Hello everyone, I'm Seth with Exotic Motorsports, and this is our 2012 McLaren MP4-12C. It has 19,689 miles. It's in excellent shape. Front end looks super good. No rock chips. I should say very minimal rock chips. There are just a few, but overall it's a very negligible amount of rock chips. A few marks here on the passenger side here. Probably the most noticeable defect in the center, just under the McLaren insignia. A few small marks on the lower portion of the front bumper. But again, most of those are very negligible. The hood is unscathed. No issues on the hood, no defects there. Moving over to the front driver's side fender area. No defects there. Front driver's side wheel. No issues there. Nice orange calipers. Driver's side mirror. Very small mark towards the center inside position. Driver's side door. No defects on the face of the door. Inside of the vent does not have any chips on it. The seam of the outside vent here does have a few small rock chips across it, but they're very difficult to see. I'd say it's negligible. Driver's side rear quarter panel. No issues there. Quarter panel looks great, no marks. Rear driver's side wheel. Looks excellent, no chips, scratches, rash, or anything like that. Moving along to the back bumper. Center exit exhaust. Very aesthetic. I think this car has a very, very good looking back end. It's the styling, the way they did the lights, the positioning, the exhaust tips. I think it's all very unique and looks really good. The rear wing and engine cover are also in fantastic condition with no defects to report. The back of the car looks phenomenal. It does not have a backup camera, but it does have reverse sensors, which are very nice to have. Looking at the passenger side rear quarter panel, it's also in great shape, no issues there. Passenger rear wheel, no issues there. Wheel looks great. Looking at the passenger door, there's one small mark here. Nope, I apologize, just a blade of grass. Inside the vents, there are no issues. Very, very few rock chips on the seam of the vent. Looking here at the passenger side mirror, there are no defects. It's in great shape. Looking at the front passenger fender, no defects there. Front passenger wheel, also in great condition. I'll go ahead and walk around the vehicle from a 1 foot distance to give you a better big picture idea of the overall condition of the vehicle. It's easy to make a car look like it's in worse condition than it really is by pointing out every defect that it has, but here at Exotic Motorsports we believe in complete transparency and do so to give our out-of-state buyers the peace of mind and confidence they need to purchase a car sight unseen if they choose to do so. We don't try to hide anything. So by walking around the vehicle from a 1 foot distance, it is a lot more indicative of what you would notice on a day-to-day basis if you were to own the car. You'll be able to see what flaws stick out, which ones don't, what truly is superficial and negligible. So that is the exterior of the car. We'll move to the interior. There's no door handle. You do have to just run your fingers along the bottom edge of this to get it to open. Kind of have to get a feel for it. It might take a couple tries, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy to open. Driver's side seat. No defects there. Door sill is carpeted. It's in great condition. Go ahead and hop in. There's also kind of a technique to getting in this car a little bit. Push button start. This car is tuned and does have some modifications. So cold starting is not something it typically likes to do. So it may have a little bit of an attitude problem for cold start, but I assure you it is in great condition. The car is tuned with some aftermarket parts. It does have a very nice carbon fiber center inlay. See, now we can see the idle is stable and it sounds good. The car sounds very aggressive, runs very strong. Passenger seat is also in excellent condition. No defects there. Passenger door panel looks fantastic. Yellow contrast stitching throughout the interior. The dash is leather as well. There's no wear on the dash. Passenger side door panel looks great. No issues there. It does have Meridian audio. It does have navigation as well. Take a little bit to load up. Different driving modes: electronic parking brake, shifter, the front trunk release button, there's the navigation screen. Excuse me. The headliner is all Alcantara. Back here, we can see that it does have a smooth, consistent idle. It's very healthy. It does have a engine warning check on the gauge cluster, but I'm sure that is directly correlated with the tune. There is not actually a fault with the car. If you're familiar with aftermarket modifications of cars, typically that does trigger a check engine light. This car is a ton of fun. It's surprisingly comfortable due to the seating position. Typically, lowered sports cars like this kind of have a stereotype that they are rough and they're uncomfortable. I will say this car, in comparison with a lot of other sports cars, is relatively comfortable to drive in, especially for long drives if you don't have to get in and out of it frequently. Makes a lot of power and puts it down to the ground well. I'd say you'd have to work pretty hard to not enjoy driving this car. So that is our 2012 McLaren MP4-12C. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out. Check out our sales listing on our website at exoticmotorsportsok.com. Thank you for watching.